then, you horrible lot. This week on Burnt Wolf Airsoft, I'm going to be taking a look at these two lovely Jerry rifles. Both Airsoft K98s with a big gap in price tag. Based on Z German's legendary World War II service rifle, the Carabiner 98, naturally they are both going to look very similar. I'd worry if they didn't. But that's about where things end. Both have their own spin on this classic rifle, and both have their own place in an airsofter's arsenal. That doesn't sound right at all. First, let's take a look at the cheapest of the two, the DBOYS Shell Ejector. Costing a very affordable £150, it's spring-powered and takes 5 shots in dummy bullets, loaded in just like the real gun. It's made of almost entirely from metal, and it even has a wood stock, which I think was quite surprising for the budget, but naturally the finish reflects its budget price tag. There's a few rough edges here and there, and with its darker finish, I think they've overdone it a bit on the stain and lacquer. It's still a pleasing gun to behold, though, and certainly looks the part. At the chrono, it bounced around a bit, around the 230 to 250 mark, but it still has a decent accuracy, and was a lot of fun to shoot, with its shell ejecting feature being a lot of fun to use. It can be quite stiff to load and cycle, though, as you can see demonstrated by the owner of this rifle, Ian. It's a cock-on close, and you'll have to push the shell into the breech, as well as work against the spring. Also, tip from the owner, if you want to use this with clipper strips, you'll have to widen the gaps between the guide a little bit with a Dremel. These shells for this gun cost about £5 each, although they are cheaper if you buy them in bulk, which is a bit of a hidden cost. These also have the added problem of holding onto the BB, causing misfires. They are, however, very pleasing to load, and there's nothing quite like the noise of tinkling brass. Now moving on to the PPS. The PPS K98 is the premium of the two rifles, costing around the £450 mark. It takes 11 shots in gas mags, which are available in green gas and CO2 versions. The gas efficiency in these is very good, and you can expect to get about 40 shots off a single filling, so just under 4 mags, which is very good. Naturally, with its extra cost, the PPS has a much higher finish and attention to detail. The real walnut stock on this is a truly beautiful thing to behold. It's probably the best looking wood stock I've seen on an airsoft rifle so far. This one chronoed in at around 300 foot per second on .25 BBs, but the FPS on this rifle is actually adjustable and allows a range from 200 to 500 foot per second, meaning this rifle can shoot a fair bit fewer than its DBOY counterpart, and can also be used as a sniper rifle or battle rifle depending on what you want. The PPS was very easy to cycle even without shouldering it, and you would have no problem cycling this rifle in any position. The accuracy on this is also a lot better than the DBOYS. The owner reports easily making 60-meter shots on .25 BBs. However, due to the extreme cold weather during testing, I was unable to get any footage of this. Sorry folks, it kept bloody gassing out once the mags have been outside for a bit. Bloody green gas. It can also have some trouble with the feed tube, which can sometimes get a little chewed up by the action and will need replacing from time to time. The PPS and the DBOYS rifles are both great rifles for their respective price tags. Both are beautiful guns to look at, and both are very well made. For those simply looking for a fun gun to plink at targets in their back garden, for its low price you couldn't go far wrong with the DBOYS rifle. The shell ejection on this is rather fun, if a little stiff. But this, combined with the odd misfire, and the fact that you'd have to pick up your shells, would make it a hard gun to skirmish with, and you would inevitably lose a lot of the shells. For those looking for a more serious, skirmishable K98, the PPS is the rifle for you. It's accurate and reliable, unless it's cold, and with its easy cycling and adjustable FPS, this airsoft rifle's usable for a number of roles. Combined with its high-quality finish, it certainly looks more the part, and I think is a better choice for those looking for a full-on reenactment airsoft weapon. Personally, though, if I had to buy one, I'd probably get the DBOYS rifle for myself, as it's a lot of fun to shoot, and I'm not looking for any more bloody bolt-action rifles, and I'm a tight bastard. And that's a quick look at the DBOYS and PPS K98 airsoft rifles. Big thanks goes to Ian for providing user feedback and the guns to make this review possible. Also, big thanks goes to the chaps from the Grange for letting me use their facilities to make this review. There's a link in the description below to their online store for anyone wishing to check out their wares. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more airsoft tips, tricks, reviews, and how-tos. Anyway, back to whatever you were doing. That is...